Everybody loves meatballs, so they make a perfect weeknight dinner. These are the chicken Parmesan meatballs, so juicy, tender, and full of flavor. So if you're craving your chicken parm and trying to keep your carbs low, you've got to try these. Every house has its favorite Italian recipes, and this recipe is a healthy twist on a classic Italian dish. When it comes to meatballs, I can't stop myself eating, and that's the reason I wanted to make this recipe healthier. Loaded with Parmesan cheese, these chicken meatballs are gluten-free and keto-friendly, and making it low-carb is really easy. Instead of breadcrumbs or crackers, you can use almond meal or sesame seeds, which add a boost of healthy fat and fiber. So if you love meatballs and you love chicken Parmesan, this might be your new favorite easy weeknight dinner. So let's move on with the recipe. These healthy meatballs use ground chicken, a budget-friendly alternative to the beef. Some think chicken is too dry for meatballs, which might be the case, but you don't have to worry about dry meatballs, not in this recipe. The secret to making juicy chicken meatballs is to use dark chicken meat. Your ground chicken should be a mixture of white and dark meat, or ground chicken thighs. What I suggest here is that you buy chicken thighs and make your own ground chicken. Remove the skin and excess fat and grind using a meat grinder or pulse in a food processor 4 to 6 times. This meat will add both flavor and moisture to cheaper meatballs. Start combining all the seasonings and ingredients first. In a large mixing bowl add half cup almond meal, half cup grated Parmesan cheese, 1 tablespoon Italian seasoning, half teaspoon garlic powder, half teaspoon onion powder, 2 tablespoons chopped parsley, half teaspoon salt, quarter teaspoon black pepper, and 1 beaten egg. Mix the seasonings well. Then add the ground chicken thighs and 2 tablespoons olive oil and mix with the tip of your fingers just until combined. You do it in this order, seasonings first then chicken, because you don't want to overmix the ground meat, which results in more tender and juicy meatballs. This works with any meatballs. To make sure I got the juiciest chicken meatballs, I decided to cook them in the oven, which is the easiest way to avoid overcooking the meatballs. Scoop about 2 tablespoons of the mixture and form the meatballs with your hands. Place the meatballs on a lined baking sheet and bake for 15 minutes at 400 degrees, or when meat thermometer in the center of meatball reaches 165 degrees. While meatballs are baking, make the easy marinara sauce. I go for homemade marinara because most store-bought sauces contain sugar. Anyway, you can use any marinara you like, it's up to you. Heat 1/4 cup olive oil, add 3 cloves thinly sliced garlic and cook stirring for 1 minute. Add your crushed tomatoes, half teaspoon dried oregano, half teaspoon dried basil leaves or some fresh basil, half teaspoon salt and quarter teaspoon black pepper. You only need 15 minutes to cook this marinara sauce and you're good to go. Once the meatballs are done, this is what it looks like. Remove the chicken meatballs from the baking sheet and place them into the marinara. Top with mozzarella and bake until cheese is nicely melted. After 5 minutes, this healthier version of chicken Parmesan is done cooking and it's ready to be enjoyed. If you meal prep your food, make a few batches of meatballs and freeze them for quick dinners. You do that by freezing the meatballs first, then transfer them to a freezer bag or another container. Chicken Parmesan meatballs are good on their own, or with a big green salad on the side. Or you can serve them with low-carb mashed cauliflower or pumpkin french fries, which you can see in one of my previous videos. They also taste good with some grilled veggies. Either way, they're extremely delicious. What I also love about this recipe is that it's kid-friendly, so there's a great chance your child would love these as well. Actually, no one can resist these chicken meatballs. Also, they're so versatile. You can use them as an appetizer or put them in hearty soups and stews. If you love chicken and mozzarella, you should definitely try this Italian pesto chicken bake. It is so juicy and it takes only 30 minutes to make from scratch. Go and check that video now. Thank you so much for watching. See you in another video. Stay healthy, stay happy.